All right. Good evening. It is Sunday or afternoon. Afternoon. It's Sunday. I hope this video goes okay. As usual, I have it sort of set up on the toothbrushes. And I'm doing this quickly because I have to leave to meet some friends for dinner in about an hour and a half or so. So I'm gonna try to get this shave done, pretty quick. So this is going to be a shave of the day and fragrance related video. This is sort of in response to Uncle W's tag of me, Tom Jans, and Will, the man Will. So let's go real quick. Jew and Blue. This is a TGN Finest. Coloniali in the beautiful dish, full of lather, as you can see. The BBS1 still going strong on that, with a Rockwell razor blade. Trying these out. I got these from Magnus. They were $1 a package, so I was like, give it a shot there. And this is some fine L'Orange Noir, which is my favorite pairing with this soap. I've tried others. As far as balms, I do recommend the L'Occitane Cedar and Orange. That's a really good one for the winter, but it's decently warm out. So I don't really need a balm. I don't really need a balm to sort of soothe the skin as much as I would have even just a week or two ago, considering it was pretty warm this last week and cold the 2 weeks prior. I'm really gonna do like maybe two passes, because I did shave yesterday afternoon, so the growth isn't enough to really need a full 3 pass. And that's good, because again, I'm just trying to get through the shave with the time that I have right now. So, on to the fragrance response portion of this video. I wrote down the categories: professional, confident, sexy, and daring. So let's go through them one by one. I'm going to try to do 2 fragrances per category. Let me fill this thing. That's full enough, I think. All right, so professional. We're gonna go Amouage, Lyric Man, which I think Will and I can both agree that is one of the best rose-based masculine fragrances on the market, at least first, as far as I've smelled so far. I think it's light enough where it's not like it's not blowing the doors off the walls, I mean, blowing the doors off the walls. Blowing the doors off the hinge with its sillage, and it's powerful, but it's got a good amount of masculinity to it. And it makes you feel good. It's beautiful. I have, I think, an 8 ml decant that I've had for, 10 ml decant that I have 8 mils left of. So I haven't used it a ton, but when I do, I love it. I really don't use the same fragrance 2 days in a row really that often, if ever, because I'm basically... Oh, I missed that spot completely. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's what I get for rushing, right? Um, so so yeah, I usually don't wear the same two fragrances 2 days in a row because I'm always trying new things and sampling, and so it doesn't happen often. And I have a good amount of stuff in my room between bottles and decants and samples and a bunch of shit. So for me to use the same fragrance 2 days in a row, it's difficult because I'm always wanting to explore the territory, if you will. But that's a good one. On March Lyric Man, highly, highly recommended. Also, for professional, I really do like. I would say even Guerlain's Mitsuko, which is a Chypre, sort of what Will based Le Grand Chypre off of. One of the fragrances he based that soap off of, and that's a beautiful, beautiful sort of green and fresh, but classic. No, I wouldn't say it's super masculine. I also wouldn't say it's super feminine. I wear it at work, not super often again, but often enough where I would put it in the professional category because I think it's just a nice green, makes you feel good, clean fragrance. So also recommended for professional. I would say one more would probably be Guerlain Vetiver, also a good professional scent. It's a nice, confident, masculine, I would say kind of musky, but not, I would say kind of musky vetiver that I really, really do enjoy. Let's start past two here so I can actually work on the shave that I have going here. All right, we're moving on. Confidence. Confidence. I would agree. I would put maybe Antaeus in this one, because to me it's a powerful scent, very, very masculine. I have the current version, unlike W. That bastard has the vintage, which I've been looking for forever at a decent price, but I haven't found it yet. But eventually, I would put Antaeus in there. It's got I can never remember exactly how you say it. Castoreum, which is made from an animal, not the current stuff. I assume it's synthetic at this point because most things are that come from animals, which for better or for worse. It's good for the animals because I love animals, but it takes a little bit away from the scent. I really don't like these blades, I don't think. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. So Antaeus is an incredibly musky, very animalic scent created in the very early 80s, I believe 81, that is dirty, but very, it gives me confidence whenever I wear it because I feel like it takes a certain kind of rugged man to wear it, which is part of why I like it, because I'm not that. In real life, I would say I'm the opposite of a rugged person. But it's also very classy in its masculinity, in its muskiness. So I would put that in that category. Another one for confidence. Sorry, I have to focus on the chin because if I don't, I'll fuck myself up. Okay. So let's finish talking about this and then I'll clean up. So yeah, confidence, Chanel and Teus. I would also put, for me, I really like I really like Chanel Pure Grossi for that as well, which is a beautiful kind of leather, rose leather, really nice top floral, bottom, like beautiful pure leather. It's one of the most beautiful fragrances I've ever had my nose on since I started getting into fragrances about a year and a half ago or so. Um, so that also makes me feel really good. I only wear that on very specific occasions. I'm very like I'll wear it when I go to like a nice dinner, but basically nowhere else because it's not only is it for me and my budget expensive, it just feels weird anywhere else. It's hard for me to just kind of wear it out. It's hard for me to wear it to work. So I really only wear it to like dinners. Maybe I'll like wear it to like I want it to. I'm Jewish. I wanted to synagogue, which kind of felt weird. But again, it's kind of a dressy occasion to go to synagogue, just like church. So I wore it there. That wasn't too bad. It did feel a little out of place because it's a little heavy. Not super heavy, but a little heavier than I would like to wear there. I also like Slumber House Key because it's a really nice rummy peach fragrance that makes me feel good. It's sweet, but it's also got this sort of tobacco dirtiness under it, which I think works really well on me. It's also a beautiful fragrance. Sexy, I would say maybe Etat Libre d'Orange, their Fat Electrician. I really like this. It makes me feel sexy. I've gotten a few compliments on it, which also probably helps the sexy factor. It's a dirty, really dirty vetiver, in a completely different way than a Guerlain vetiver is dirty. It's almost you either. I feel like it's one of those things you either really like, or you really don't like, because it's kind of dirty and oily. That I feel like it could be off-putting to some, but to me, I really, really enjoy it. I picked it up in Chicago last June, so that works for that. Also, under the sexy category, I think I could put a Chanel Sycamore on that, which is also a vetiver fragrance. I think vetiver makes me feel sexy all the time, so yeah, a Chanel Sycamore for sure would be in the sexy category. Daring would be Slumber House Noir, which is a burning Christmas tree, sort of a very, very piney, very woodsy, dark fragrance that I really can only wear when it's either really raining hard or snowing or when it's fucking freezing outside, because it just works then. It would be really weird to wear it in the spring or the summer. Really weird. It wouldn't work at all. I don't think, at least. Slumber House Or would be daring. It's that's what Hallows was based on, and a fragrance that Will and I really both enjoy. It took me a little bit to get into it, but once I smelled it on him, actually, it was really nice to know what it smelled like on somebody else, and it confirmed my belief on how good it actually is. And it's daring because it's very weird. It's chocolatey, but also sickly. Not sickly in a gross, like maybe you want to vomit way, but I would say it's sickly in the way where it's got this undertone of like mud and like thick water. I don't know, not thick water. I don't know how to explain it. It's very odd, but I really like it. But it's daring because it's just so weird. Also, I think Shalimar would be daring for me because it's something that not a lot of men would wear, but I really like it. It took the first couple of wears I didn't like it because performance on me is not good, or at least I don't think it is. But I think it's daring because it's such a femme fragrance that I like wearing it because it's so stereotypically femme. It's got this vanilla tobacco incense. It's beautiful. Also, what Night Music is based on, sort of. It doesn't actually have the strawberry note in it that was incorporated by Will, but yeah. So I would put that on daring. The last The last fragrance I would put on on this entire list because I think it's so good is I have a bottle of vintage from like I think it's like the mid '60s of Chanel number 5 Eau de Cologne that has totally changed my view on that fragrance. That bottle is the most beautiful thing I've ever smelled. Like I think bar none almost would probably be on the same vein of like Cure de Rossi in its beautifulness because every time I open that bottle, it just it makes you just want to swim in it. The aldehydes, the florals, the jazz, oh, so good. But anyway, so that's my list. I don't know what I put the eau de cologne, the number 5 eau de cologne. Probably on the professional side, maybe because of it's not as powdery as the current number 5, the eau de parfum, which is the only one that I smelled. It's not as powdery. It's much more floral. It's much more aldehydic. But yeah, so that's my list. I don't remember all of them. I know the Lyric Man in there and Teus and Slumber House, but it's a good list, I think. It's a pretty solid list. I'm just going to finish this up with this. I'm going to get the hell out of here. You all have a good day. Hope you enjoyed this very quick, but hopefully informative fragrance review, or not review, but list, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, have a lovely afternoon and a good Sunday.